Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. May God bless you all. The United States bid special counsel to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Bruce Fem, has petitioned the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives Committee chairman seeking sanctions against President Muhammadu Buhari and the Attorney General of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami. Nigerian News gathered that FEM is seeking sanction for the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, despite an appeal court judgment ordering the release of the IPOB leader. The letter was captured, Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act, recommending President Joe Biden to impose sanctions against Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and Nigeria Attorney General Abubakar Malami for gross violations of internationally recognized human rights against Biafran leader Nnamdi Kanu, including kidnapping, torture, and prolonged arbitrary detention to retaliate for exercising internationally recognized right to freedom of expression and association. The IPOB leader's lawyer asked the legislature to prevail on U.S. President Joe Biden to impose several sanctions on Buhari and Malami for flaunting both the United Nations Human Rights Council Working Group on Arbitrary Detention opinion and the Nigerian Appeal Court judgment ordering immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. While like Buhari and Malami to Russian President Vladimir Putin, the Chinese President, and Saudi Arabia Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman, the lawyer urged Congress not to allow them get away with their radicality and lawlessness. He addressed the letter to Robert Mercedes, the chairman, the Senate Committee of Foreign Relations, Jim Risk, ranking member, Senate Committee on Foreign Relations, and Richard Dobbin, the Senate Committee chairman on the Judiciary. The letter was also addressed to Pat Tumer, ranking member, the Senate Committee chairman on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, Geoffrey Meeks, House Committee chairman on Foreign Relations, among others. Mr. Kanu has been illegally detained in solitary confinement in cramped quarters for 16 months without adequate access to needed medical care or to counsel by Nigerian State Security Service controlled by President Muhammadu Buhari and the Attorney General Abubakar Malami. Mr. Kanu's detention followed his kidnapping, torture, and extraordinary rendition from Kenya in June 2021 to retaliate for advocating a Biafran independence referendum modeled on the United States brokered 2011 referendum for South Sudan. Mr. Kanu opposes the use of force with the sole exception of self-defense. On July 20, 2022, the United Nations Human Rights Council Working Group on Arbitrary Detention issued an opinion finding Nnamdi Kanu's detention in violation of 16 international human rights guarantees. The opinion ordered his immediate and unconditional release. The opinion paragraph 107, see attachment A. President Buhari and Attorney General Malami have ignored the directive for nearly 3 months, with no indication that compliance will ever be forthcoming. In January 2022, following the extraordinary rendition of Mr. Kanu, a Nigerian High Court judgment impliedly exonerated him from the Nigerian government claim that he had jumped bail in evading his notorious attempted assassination. on October 13, 2022, the Court of Appeal of Nigeria, Abuja Judiciary Division, holding of Abuja, decreed that Nigerians' detention of Mr. Kanu was illegal because of his extraordinary rendition from Kenya in violation of international and state laws. See Attachment B. The court ordered dismissal of all charges against him. Again, President Buhari and Attorney General Malami have flouted the court's orders and kept Nnamdi Kanu illegally detained. The opinions of the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention and the Court of Appeals of Nigeria speak for themselves. They are crystal clear. Accordingly, I would respectfully urge you individually and collectively to recommend to President Joe Biden that he impose sanctions against President Buhari and Attorney General Malami for gross violation of Mr. Kanu's internationally recognized human rights under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act 22 U.S.C. 2656. Note: the sanctions should include ineligibility for a visa to enter the United States and blocking of all transactions in properties of Mr. Buhari and Mr. Malami in the United States. What Nigeria has done to Mr. Kanu is indistinguishable from Russia President Putin, Chinese President, and Saudi Arabia Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman, sending thugs abroad to poison, murder, torture, silence, and intimidate descendants to their dictatorial regimes. They are a threat to the international peace and security and subvert the rule-based international order, championed by the United States to permit President Buhari and Attorney General Abubakar Malami's thuggery to escape with impunity would be unacceptable. This is getting tough every day. I am dropping it here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.